what can 600,000 get you here in Kitchener, Ontario? If you have been thinking of moving to Kitchener, Ontario, and you're wondering what that 600,000 price range can get you here in Kitchener, well, stay tuned because we're going to take you on a tour of 3 different homes in the low 600, mid 600, and the high 600. So you get you a decent idea as to what each of those price points can get you here in Kitchener, and we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living in Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, and the surrounding areas, well, subscribe below and hit on that bell for notification so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, and the surrounding areas. My name is Dharmik Dixit. I'm a local real estate agent serving Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, and the towns around it. I do get calls, texts, emails from people just like you looking for help in making their move to Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, and the Tri-Cities area, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or you can schedule a Zoom call. All the information you will find below in the description. We'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, and the surrounding towns. All right, so right now I'm in the downtown Kitchener area. As you can see, I'm gonna turn around to show you a lot of local shops, a lot of hyper-local restaurants you will find here. Definitely worth checking out. It's usually pretty happening place, but it's kind of a chilly day today. That's why I have my jacket and the hat on, and that's why I don't see a lot of people. But if I were to talk about like a good sunny day in spring or summer, it'll be hard to find parking in most of this area. So definitely worth checking out if you're ever here. Coming back to that 600,000 price range, so I'm going to head to the first property very shortly. But speaking about that 600 price range, it's very interesting, and your options are plenty here in Kitchener in that price range. You can get anywhere from like a condominium apartment, like newer buildings, to condo towns. As you approach that mid 600, you definitely have more options in terms of freehold townhomes. And as you get that high 600, you're probably looking at freehold townhomes with a bigger layout, better sizes, as well as a detached bungalow as well. Now that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to show you a diversity of 3 different type of homes, like a bungalow, a semi, and a detached, to get you a decent idea as to what that gets you in that price range. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump back in my car, drive around this downtown to get an idea of this downtown strip, and I'm gonna meet you at my first property. All right, so here we are at the first property, and this is a detached bungalow listed at $625,000. It's a 1,500 square feet living space bungalow, and the lot size is just around 3,600 square feet. So as you can see, just looking at the width of the house, you can try to make it out that it's not a huge lot, it's not that wide, but hey, for $625,000, you get to have 1,500 square feet of living space, 4 bedroom, 2 washroom, master bedroom with an ensuite washroom, which is a great plus for a price range of this 625 in that low 600. You can't go wrong with that. So I'm going to walk you through the couple of like good and the bad of something like this. So, what you can get in that low 600. Okay, you can get something like this, which is completely freehold. You have no maintenance and you have complete control over your property without any restrictions. On the other hand, you could look at, if you're enjoying that urban kind of lifestyle and looking for something like that, you can get like a condo apartment in this price range. Now keep in mind, you will be looking at 2 bedroom, 2 washroom condo in this price range here in Kitchener, typically around 800 to 1,000 square feet living space. But typically most of those condominiums have an average per square feet condo fee of around 50 cents. So if you're looking at, let's say, 800 square feet of condo apartment, you would still be paying around $400 on an average for a condominium fees. Now, obviously, it does come with some amenities that you can enjoy while living in that space, but that's just something, decide. On the other hand, if you're more of like, the townhome kind of person, not a condo person, you could look at a condo townhome, which will be slightly newer construction. So this bungalow that I just showed you, it's 1940s built. So definitely it's an older construction. However, if you look at the pictures and the inside pictures, definitely it's well kept. You can arguably say it is move-in ready, but you could be looking at a newer construction in a condo townhome. So low 600, it'll be kind of hard to get a freehold townhome of a decent size. But hey, if you're okay with some of the condo fees, like typically around on an average 300 to 350, definitely you could get plenty of options in terms of the condo townhomes as well in Kitchener. So that's a bit about the low 600. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back in my car, show you around this neighborhood a bit, and then I'm going to meet you at the second property, which is going to be in the mid 600, and that's where you get your options opened up to a bit of more like a semi-detached and freehold townhomes with a decent size as well. All right, so we are at the second stop here, and this is the house that's listed in that mid 600, exactly at 650,000. It's a semi-detached home, and you can see right behind me, this is the one I'm referring to. I'm not sure if you're a big fan of the pink bricks, but this is what comes with the house. But just coming back to the house, it's a $650,000 semi-detached home, 3-bedroom, 1.5 washroom. It does have a finished basement of 500 square feet, more or less, giving it that additional living space. So in total, you're looking at about 1,600 square feet, including the basement. Like I said again, 3-bedroom, 1.5 washroom, semi-detached house. So you got one entry on this end and the other entry on the other side of the street. As you can see, it is a corner lot. You're in the Highland West neighborhood of Kitchener. Here's where it becomes a balancing act for many of the buyers. Is if you're in search of like a newer construction, more like a bit of a newer construction is your priority, then definitely you could be better off looking for more like a freehold townhome. That'll be typically in that 12 to 1400 square feet living space, and built around 2000. So typically in that 15 to 20 years built range. While this one that I just showed you is actually a 1992 built. It's a semi, and it's a 1100 square feet if I don't factor in the basement. So that's where it becomes a balancing act. But like I said, that's where you got to pick your bets, depending on what your budget is. If you're in search of more of a newer construction, if that's your priority, well, definitely a freehold townhome might be a better option for you compared to something like this. Right, here is another question I do get asked oftentimes by many of those buyers moving from outside of the Waterloo region. Which of the 3 cities offers better schooling options, whether it's elementary or secondary school? Now, here's my take on it. If you go by Fraser Institute or one of those ranking bodies, you will see that Waterloo turns out better in terms of both elementary and secondary schooling options here in the region. However, having said that, many of you might be aware that Fraser Institute, while it is a very well-regarded body ranking those schools, there are some limitations that goes with it in their ranking. So it does not factor into things like school culture, extracurricular activities, access to special needs education. So if any of those factors are important to your kids, then you might want to pay close attention into the school that you're looking into. But if you purely go based on the ranking, I can tell you Waterloo will definitely give you those high ranking schools as if you go by those ranking bodies. So that's a bit about the school. I'm gonna jump back in my car and show you around this neighborhood. It's definitely a bit of a newer neighborhood compared to the first one, but I'm gonna see you on my third property, which is gonna be in the high 600. So stay tuned and let's get after it right now. All right, so here we are at the final stop, and this is the house that's listed in the high 600, exactly at 689,000. We are in the Laurentian West neighborhood, and what you see right behind me, it's a freehold townhome of 1,350 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-washroom, located on a lot size of just over 2,000 square feet. Majority of the townhomes that you will find of this size will typically be located on a lot size around that 2000 square feet. Majority of the time, you will not find a lot size over 2500 when it comes to those freehold townhomes, unless you are on a corner lot, which is also exceptional for this price range. In terms of this neighborhood, Laurentian West is definitely one of your best bet if you are in search of a neighborhood with great access to major amenities, whether it is schools, public transit, highways. Like Highway 8 from where I am right now is literally a 3-minute drive, but I can tell you pretty much from any part of this neighborhood, you'll be at the most about 5-minute drive to Highway 8. At the same time, there is a Sunrise Shopping Center, which is right next door to this neighborhood. So, it has Walmart, Old Navy, Canadian Tire, Home Depot, and many other shoppings within at your doorstep, like a short drive from any part of this neighborhood. The other part is the diversity of real estate you will find here in this neighborhood. Whatever your budget might be, I can tell you anywhere from condominium townhome all the way to double garage detached homes, you will find it all in this neighborhood. So that's the best part of it, is the diversity of real estate. Majority of the construction in this neighborhood is in the early 2000s. So that's giving you that around 20 to 25 years of older construction, nothing older than that. And if you want to learn more about the great neighborhoods we have here in Kitchener, be sure to check out this video about the top 5 neighborhoods you will find here in Kitchener. I'm going to jump back in my car, show you around this neighborhood. That will tell you a bit about the diversity of real estate you will find here in Laurentian West. That's a bit about the neighborhood. But once again, whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 9 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. All the information you will find below in the description. We'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, and the surrounding towns. Until next time, well, I do hope to show you around town.